What is up, guys? Today we are going to go over how I plan to make $50,000 profit selling on Amazon, all online arbitrage in the month of December. Last December was my biggest month ever. Was able to do $25,000 in profit. So this year trying to at least double that. Hopefully we get it much higher, but the goal is 50,000 in profit, which is crazy because my salary at my 9-to-5 when I had one was $45,000. So trying to wrap my head around doing 50K in profit in 1 month when I was paid $45,000 in a whole year is just crazy in itself. So opportunity on Amazon is crazy. If you want to take advantage of it, definitely subscribe to this channel, share it, let me know what you think below, and let's get into it. So, number one, I am going to be doubling down on what's already working. I spent all year test buying stuff that I think would work. Some stuff did work, some stuff did not work. I spent all year looking at sales patterns. You know, when can I get an ace in the cheapest? Like this water bottle right here, like when is this the cheapest throughout the year? Like I know some stores, like how far they'll go down. Like a 20% off sale seems like a great deal until you see they go down to 30%. I've seen some stores this year go down to 50%. Like, oh, so like they're for sure going to be going down to 50% when it comes to Black Friday. I've been really tracking these products, seeing how they sell through, seeing what the return rates are, just making sure everything. So whatever is currently working, I am still going to do that. I'm just going to order a ton more of them and then kind of just take advantages of other opportunities that pop up. Number two, I formed a group of about 3 to 4 people and we will be sharing leads. So this is going to be huge. I did not do this last year. I had, 2 to 3 people that maybe I was like sharing leads with or just kind of going back and forth. But for the most part, I was kind of lone wolf going after it. Really looking forward to this. It's kind of like the dream team we got going on. So really looking forward to that. And the idea behind this is the more people you can get eyes on. Like, for example, I am an expert in certain things. They are experts in other things. So we're just going to smash all that knowledge together. And even if there's a big sale, like, hey, you take the apparel section. Hey, you take the household section. Hey, you take this section. That's how I envision this all working. And I do think that is going to have a huge impact. Like, just think about 3 or 4 people who are doing, 6 figures a month, getting together and just like sharing all their expertise on the biggest sales days. Like, it's going to be insane. So really looking forward to that. So if you know like 2 or 3 people, definitely be like, hey, like, you want to share leads, or just start sharing leads or sales with other people. And then eventually this group will form naturally. I mean, this group is people I've been talking to all year. It just kind of formed, and it was actually someone else's idea. I was like, yeah, let's do that. And then we each invited a couple people and it's going to be great. Number 3, I will be prepping stuff myself. I don't really like doing prep, but Q4 is a different animal. Anything that I could get tax-free or sites that I could shop at with a resale certificate. A resale certificate is basically you apply to get one and some stores will accept them and then you could shop there tax-free. Just Google a resale certificate, your state, and kind of like what you'd have to do would pop up. But I want to get things to FBA as quickly as possible. I'm still on the fence. I don't know if I'll do a ton of FBM. I know that's an unpopular decision, but last year I did probably hardly any FBM. Maybe I could have taken advantage and got more, but I was really happy with last year. And I plan to kind of take the same action as last year. I just know East Coast fulfillment centers, you just perform better. I get stuff quicker. I've actually been practicing the last couple weeks, doing some shipments myself. They're getting checked in within like 2 or 3 days. So for me, it's all about getting quick. I also noticed last year, a lot of the sales that I shopped, that I prepped myself, my inventory was there. And then when the price started tanking, I was kind of like sold out because I was like first to get there. So prep is a pain in the butt. And yes, sourcing is the highest priority. But in most cases in Q4, I will hope that I just can't buy everything. Like, I think that's the situation I'll be in. I'm just not going to have enough capital to buy every opportunity that comes my way. So prepping is not going to be that big of a deal. And plus, you could source all day long and then prep at night. And that's what I plan on doing. Not a big deal. Not worried about it. Getting stuff 2 or 3 days in before other people could be a huge advantage. Number 4, I am going to be very, very strict with ROI. There are going to be a ton of deals out there. I mean, I've gotten much stricter this year, really shooting to get like 30% ROI minimum and like a $5 profit on everything that I buy. Used to be like, oh, like 20%, like $2 profit if it moves. Like, I don't do that anymore. So this stuff, you do not want to waste capital on things that are so-so. There's going to be so many deals that are just going to be absolutely amazing, and you want to put your capital into those. So keep a list. Like, if you think maybe there's something you're like, like it seems, just put it down. You don't have to buy it, and then maybe after you're done sourcing, look at everything you took and then pick the best opportunities. That is probably one of the biggest mistakes I made last year, is just kind of buying things to buy things. And then when the good sales came around, I wasn't able to take advantage as much as I would have liked to. So I was like, oh man, I would have much rather bought more of this awesome sales stuff than the stuff prior. So just keep that in mind. Number 5, trusting my gut. At this point, this is going to be my second full-time Q4 as an OA seller. Last year there was a bunch of opportunities where I'm like, oh man, this looks really good, but I'm like, it's my first Q4, like, I don't know. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's your first like Q4, but trust your gut. There is some stuff I'm like, oh man, like, I think this is good, and I just like, let's just buy 10, let's go like a little wider, stuff like that. I should have bought 20, 30. So that is kind of going to be one of my strategies this year, is trust your gut. You know what you're doing. You've been doing this is going to be your second year doing OA full time. You've run a successful book business prior to this. You know Amazon. So just, if you see something good, take advantage. This only happens one time a year. Obviously, be smart about this stuff. Do not like take these huge gambles. And yes, you want to be like wide as well, but if you think you should buy 10, maybe buy 20. Number 6, not being afraid to go in store. I did not do a ton of retail. I wouldn't even call it retail arbitrage, but basically doing in-store pickups. So let's just say Target's a great example. They're going to be like, hey, even Walmart, hey, you can only buy 2 Lego sets. So you have to place like a ton of orders. You risk your account, especially at Target, getting banned. But like, you're gonna place 6, 7 back-to-back orders to get 14 or something. Like, doesn't make a ton of sense. So what I would personally do is place the order for 2 for an in-store pickup. Go to the store, go into the store, go find where it is, get as many as I could in store, and then get my order pickup, because you could just get inventory so much quicker instead of ordering 2. If they have 10 in the store, you could go grab 10, then you get your 2, now you have 12, and it's just much quicker. And then you could do that in all the stores in your surrounding area if you have them. I'm pretty lucky where there's lots of stores around me, so there are stores 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes away from each other, and I could just do the same thing at all those stores, and it just is more efficient. Obviously, sometimes it has to make sense with taxes. If I'm shipping to a prep center, I'm not paying sales tax, but usually with the fourth quarter bump, you know, the sales tax, it's only, I think it's 6% here, isn't too bad. Especially if you could leverage some discounted gift cards on top of that. Number 7, I will be taking daily payouts from Amazon. If you don't know what that is, some people have this, some people don't. So basically you can request Amazon sends you the money that's available in your account to your bank account. I only did this like every week last year. I don't know, I just never really did it because I guess I just got in the book mindset where it's like I didn't need the cash. But with online arbitrage, you want to keep going. So hypothetically, you're going to keep spending money on a card, and at some point you're going to hit your limit. And in order to get more credit to spend, you're going to have to pay that off. So I'm just going to be taking daily payouts, taking that daily payout, put it towards the credit card balance, and just keep knocking it down, and just trying to buy as much as I can. So, and it's really simple to do. You can do it in your phone. If you don't know how to do that, just Google it. It will show you. If you don't have daily payouts, that's tough. But I happen to have it, so I am going to take advantage of that just to keep the capital moving, be able to keep using credit. Obviously, do this responsibly. So yeah, that's that. Number 8, this is a weird one, and then we're gonna get to the biggest one that will help you. I hired a trainer, so for the gym. So basically for me, I know Q4 is crazy. I'm just gonna wanna work, and just source and prep and do all this stuff. And I would probably neglect my health, but I paid someone a ton of money to stay on top of me and make sure I stay in shape. And one of the reasons for this is I need to be like as focused as possible and not going to the gym, not taking care of myself. Like that is not going to help me stay laser focused and crush Q4. So having someone be like, hey, like, did you get your workout in? Hey, did you eat right today? Hey, you know, did you do this? Hey, like, it's going to be extremely helpful for me. It's just gonna be helpful in general. I just started with them this week. I already love it. I get along really well with them. So really looking forward to that. And just gonna stay sharp. It's really important to like, obviously you want to work as hard as you can, but you also, when you're tired, when you're not taking care, you make dumb mistakes. I've done it. Just trust me, like just do your work hard, but also know that, you know, there's a limit and you want to be smart about it. And you also don't want to go through Q4 and be like, oh, I made all this money, but I'm like 30 pounds heavier. I feel terrible. Like, it's not what you want to do. Trust me, I did it last year. The last one, number 9, shop the sales before they happen. So there's going to be so many sales, Black Friday, pop-up sales, all sorts of stuff. And they'll be like, hey, starting tomorrow, starting November 10th, starting December 1st, whatever it is, all toys are going to be 25% off. All Legos are going to be 30% off, whatever it is. The best thing to do is before that sale happens, pretend the sale is going on. So let's just say Target says, hey, we're going to be 50% off Legos. This is not going to happen, but let's just say for argument's sake, it did happen. Well, 2 or 3 days before the sale or the day before the sale or whatever I know, I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to go to Target and be like, let's pretend all this stuff is 50% off. Then I'm going to create a list, all the stuff that would be profitable, all the Lego sets that would be profitable at 50% off. And then when the sale happens, I'd wake up really early. So this is a key too. So know when the retailer store clock is. So like, for example, most of these sales start at midnight and it's usually based on the headquarters. So wherever the headquarters is located, that is what time the sale would start. Like, so for example, if there's a store on the West Coast, like say California, that sale is going to start at 3 a.m, not midnight if you're in Eastern Standard Time, which I am in. So, and then you just hammer through everything you found. This way, when everyone else is just like starting to wake up, they're gonna be like, oh, like let's take a look at these Lego sets. Like, you already ordered. Like, you ordered like 3 or 4 hours ago, and hopefully that store is already processing your orders and they're starting to get them out to you. Meanwhile, other people have no idea what they're buying. They're just kind of figuring it out. You're gonna have a huge advantage on that. And plus, you're gonna get the best stuff because this stuff will sell out. They don't have infinite stock. The best stuff will go quickly. So if you want to take the most advantage, definitely try to get up early as soon as the sale starts. And everyone's like, oh, that's so early, 3 in the morning. Go to bed early. No big deal. Like, if you're gonna wake up at 3 in the morning and then, you know, just suck, you're gonna be tired for that day. Like, big deal. This only happens once a year, guys. Like, you want to take full advantage of this, and that's like a great way to do it. So actually, number 10 bonus tip: network. I talked about creating a group. This is a great time to send leads to other people as well. I've done this, or hey, this sale is going on, hey, this site's running a gift card, big sale, all that kind of stuff. This is the time to do it. Do not have a scarcity mindset. There's so much. I built some of my closest friends on Instagram by just kind of sending leads during Q4. The volume is just absolutely insane. And be smart. If someone shares a lead with you, do not share it with someone else. If I share a lead with you, you're the only one that is getting that. And that's it. If someone shares a lead with me, I don't share it with anyone else. That's just how it should go. So yeah, let's crush Q4, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. What are you doing? I would love to know. And I will see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram @Muscarello.